She was a student. And because it was late at night and I didn't think that it's important to tell me, I mean, why should I care? And they went to stay there, and the next morning I got a call from someone from the news at 7 a.m. and he told me that he has to speak to my father quickly. So I gave him the number, and then I asked him, what do you need to talk to him about? And he said, oh, just about a missile, it's very important. And I said, what missile? And he said, oh, the one that just hit your house. And I told him, no, that's crazy, you're mistaken, nobody told me. I mean, it's my house. If something like this would have happened, somebody would have called. And he said, no, I think you're mistaken because it just happened a few minutes ago. So of course, I didn't know my parents were outside. I go and I turn on the TV to watch the news, and I see my house totally destroyed. And I think the worst because I thought my parents were there, my sister were at home. So I call my father, it doesn't answer. And I call my mother and she doesn't answer. And I'm getting,
crazy.
Something crazy is going on. And after about 20 minutes, I got a call from my older sister saying, don't worry, everything is fine. They slept at my house and everything is okay. The house is destroyed, but nobody got hurt. So thank God my sister had this premonition, something, I don't know.
Wow.
And thank God, because the house was totally destroyed, and if somebody would have slept there, my family would have been dead.
What a story, goodness. You're very lucky.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
One of the names that Moore read was a friend of yours.
Yeah, Dana Galkovich.
What happened to Dana?
What happened to her? She just rented an apartment with her boyfriend in Nativa Sara settlement, right outside of Sderot, about 5 minutes from Sderot. And she sat down to drink her coffee in her porch, and a missile hit her, a direct hit. And she died almost instantly.
Now, what are your aspirations? Where are you going to school? What are you going to be working in as your profession?
I'm studying visual communications, also in Superior College, and my aspirations are to get inside the advertising market, actually.
Okay. And you, Moore?
Well, I'm studying university in October, and I want to be a social worker.
Fabulous. And you both want to go back to Sderot?
Yes.
At least for now?
Yeah, my brother has an advertising office in Sderot, actually, which I plan to work in with him.
Fabulous, fabulous. Are you optimistic? Do you feel that these Qassam rockets can stop falling, that we could resolve this?
I think we have to be optimistic because we have no other thing. I mean,
no alternative, right?
No alternative. I think that the only solution that will bring total peace is not going to be a military one. It's going to have to be a peaceful one.
Okay.
I still believe that the only thing that will help us is peace. And I'm hoping that the solution will come fast, because living like this for 7 years is a nightmare, and I don't want to think about how many more years we'll have to live like this.
Okay.
So I'm hoping for peace, for us and for them.
Do you know any Palestinians from the Gaza?
Actually, a man who's working with my father. My father owns a business in Sderot, and he has a worker from Gaza. An amazing person. I mean, I don't know, it's just great. So
he's a friend of your family, really?
He's a friend of my family.
Almost like an uncle, or you know.
And I know him ever since I was a little girl, because he's working with my father for many, many years. But because of the situation, he hasn't been to work for almost a year now. And after every missile falls in our territory in Sderot, he's calling and asking if everything's okay, and if anyone got hurt, and whenever something happens there, we're calling and asking him if his family is fine. And it gives hope that perhaps all of them are like him. Perhaps most of them are good people like him. So I believe that just peace is the solution, because I truly believe that most of them want to live peacefully, and most of us want to live peacefully.
Okay, so that's your hope.
That's my hope.
You have hope in the humanity of the people, and that eventually peace will prevail. Beautiful.
Unlike Moore, I do want peace to prevail, but during the circumstances in 2000, last year, we've evacuated the entire Gush Katif area, and nothing has happened since then. And
I want to clarify for the viewers, Gush Katif is, or was, a Jewish town, or actually a large block of towns in the Gaza, and this was the strategic disengagement that was initiated initially by Ariel Sharon, Prime Minister, and carried out by, actually was carried out by Sharon.
Yeah.
Now, right after that was carried out, what happened?
Actually, nothing has changed. After that got carried out, the missiles, as we said, have been hunting us for the last 7 years. They've been hunting us before, they've been hunting us till now, actually.
You say nothing changed, but didn't it get worse?
It got worse inside the Gaza Strip. In Sderot, for the last 7 years, it is worse. It is bad. For the last couple of months, yes, the missiles have become more frequent.
Do you think that the disengagement emboldened the Hamas terrorists to ramp up the attacks, to increase the attacks?
I don't know if it encouraged them to increase the attacks, but I do know that they attack, and that's all that matters. Missiles do fall.
Yes, yes. They fall near schools, they fall really...
Just this morning, one missile fell in the school and the university that I'm studying in. Yeah. Luckily, there were no casualties. Most of the people in the area refer that to miracles, actually.
Unlike Moore, you feel a little more pessimistic about the situation. Do you feel that the only solution would be a military solution?
Yes. They have a project now which is called the Nautilus project. It's a project which is being developed by the Israeli military and the American military combined together.
Okay, the Nautilus is a technology program. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a program which is supposed to hit missiles while they're still in the air.
That would be good.
That would be good, but it's still just a dream. It'll become active at 2010, 2011. Until then, we still have to live our lives, to maintain our routine in the town of Sderot.
With the Red Dawn.
With the Red Dawn, yeah.
And taking cover in the bomb shelter. So you're not really talking about a military solution in terms of attack, but it sounds like you're talking about a defensive...
Attacks have been made before. It did not help.
Well, the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, attacked.
The Israeli Defense Force, it went like, the Israeli Defense Force goes into the Gaza Strip, has its operation there, goes out, the missiles are being shot again, and over and over and over and over. It's a circle that we cannot escape of.
It's like a cat and mouse game.
Yep.
When the cat's around, the mice run away, and when the cat goes away...
Basically, that's what it is.
So you don't really hold out too much hope for the military solution, but a defensive solution where we could just simply detect these missiles and they become ineffective, and then because they don't work, it stops. Is that pretty much?
That's pretty much what I believe will happen in the near future.
Okay. Do you think that there are young people on the other side, in the Gaza, that are peacefully minded individuals?
I know that there are. I know that there are because everyone, as Moore said earlier, wants to live in peace. Everyone wants a pleasant place to live in, a pleasant place to grow, a pleasant place to grow their children in. But, and there's a big but in it, in the last votes, the Hamas has got 80% of the voters, and the Hamas is an organization which does not recognize Israeli borders and does not recognize Israel.
Well, let's be clear. Hamas is recognized as a terrorist organization by the State of Israel and the United States.
Exactly.
And their charter, which can be easily found on the internet, speaks about the obliteration and complete liquidation of the State of Israel to restore it to an Islamic town and country once again.
Yes.